Hi, I just wanted to come on to say I should be on tomorrow about 8:30ish to do a little bit of a chat on, again, my experiences, my thoughts and feelings on orbs, because a few more people have been asking, especially new subs from over on Brian Staveley's channel. So I want to do a little bit more on that and then add a little bit onto that chat about a few videos I want to chuck out of people that are talking about the omniverse, which I mentioned the other week or so ago when I woke up with that word in my head. And again, about this wave or shift or what people think it is, because don't forget, as well as in maybe scriptures and even new age stuff, as some people call it, there has been blinkers on, and people did get in them areas to move people away from, the real stuff that's going on, or to confuse people, or to think something was happening. And then there's a load of people out there who were a bit down because this thing didn't happen. But I'll explain that again. I don't know if anyone's commented because I can't see anything. If anyone is commenting, or would someone comment so I can see, because I can't actually tell. No, it's said a 7 in chat. Oh, hi, sorry, it's just because I was like, is it, that'd be, yeah. Ricardo, Peter, hi, sleeping warrior, boo. Yeah, so I'll be doing that because there's a lot of things matching up with what I said a week or 2 weeks ago of someone I've just seen now. Hi, Joe, that are matching up with what I've been talking about, and people seem to be using the word now omnipresent, omniverse. And I'm like, well, I was talking about omnipresence because it came into my head the other week. Hi, Revel. So, and I might tell you a little bit on my first week at on my course, and apparently I did a university trick today, which is normally a higher level of writing things, and I was like, oh my god, me. I was like, wow. So I got, like, you could say, a bit of a tick today on the course, which was good. Hi, Mary. Also, when this gets washed, it's so frizzy at the minute at the top. I've got to do a first wash soon, so that'll be good to have a little chat on that when I get to do that. If anyone obviously is interested or got dreads or thinking of getting dressed, of how I went with that, so that'll be interesting for myself, because I've not done it yet. Yeah, it's just about all these new energies that are coming in and stuff. There's 11 and 1, of how I see it and what people are talking about, all the stuff that's a little bit of news that's been going on in the 3D. I should say fear-mongering, really. And a couple of things I'm watching on Netflix, and how Wonder Woman was like, wow, big message in there, but it's a message we all know about. And that had a lot in it, because the thing in it that was causing evil was Aries. What would Aries be? A ram, and what would that be? Ugh. And why the woman was a superhero woman, I can't think why. I wonder. No, it doesn't. It doesn't take forever to dry. I mean, it can take forever to dry, but yeah. The thing is, if you just wash it in the morning and just leave it to dry naturally. So that's what I'll be doing most likely on Saturday. But I've got a dread soap, a shampoo for my hair and my scalp, and well, we'll see how long it takes. I'll let everybody know how it dries and what. But I've got a bun in today. I quite like it like this. It's starting to soften a bit. It gets frizzy on top, but it gets frizzy. My normal hair did that anyway. I've got my little beads in. Yeah, still liking it. It's still just getting used to it. So, hello, Lord Fry Bread. So, like I said, I will be coming with a little bit of what's been going on with Iran, what's going on with all that fear mongering going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and a few things that were said on the course today was like interesting. See, people know there's something fishy going on. What else? Yeah, basically, it's about my thoughts and feelings and experience, because that's what it's all about. No one can tell me any different, or anyone any different. When you're experiencing something, it's your experience. So, experience of orbs, and people can ask me what I think they are, so I'm going to re-go over that. because they're changing all the time. And on my course today, someone actually showed me a picture of their robe and went, well, what is it? And I was like, oh, getting lots of people seeing this. But I do think it's you, and you attract what you are. And I've always said, as long as you're coming from a good spirit, a good essence, pure loving essence, you know, you're pretty safe. So you will see nice things. I haven't got any bracelets. I can make bracelets. What sort of bracelets? These are my new ones. Which I've got to make up between this course. I've made Dave some. I'm just waiting to make Dave another one because I don't think he's given me a wrist measurement yet for a leather one. But yeah, these are the new designs that I've been doing. Leather and glass beads, and that is actually 2 stacked up. So yeah, but I'll have to get some together. Like I said, I will come and show some of my jewellery, so if anyone's interested, they're interested. So thank you, Revel. Spiritual energy gravitates to positive energy. Dolly has plenty of it. Thank you, Joe. And that is definitely what I'll be talking about tomorrow. You attract what you are. If you're positive, see, I'm just going to say this right now because it does get on my nerves sometimes, and you know, if something gets on my nerves, I'll just say it as it is. Thank you, Mary. It is, you know, when people go on about God, sorry if anyone's religious, I'm not religious, but I believe in a creator. Yeah, because I know that some stuff's man-made, you know, and it's not that scriptures are not real, it's just that I believe some of them have been twisted and taken out, so we all get confused everywhere in everything. Is if you're coming from pure love and pure essence and pure love and pure intentions, that is godlike, goddess-like anyway. Creator. If you're not coming from that, you're coming from something else. And I've always said this, and people will know I've said this who watch me quite a bit. If God, it's like when people say, oh, something about your sins, or oh, you might have sworn or something. It's like, no, if you like an egg and God cracked me open, on the outside you can act a bit tough sometimes. On the inside, God knows my, creator, I like to say source, knows my true essence of how I feel and the intentions I try and put out to you lot, to the world, to the universe, whatever, because I do put intentions out there for everybody, not just for me, myself and I, for all. So, hi Maori, thanks for coming in the other night. So to me, if you're coming from pure love, with pure intentions, there is nothing else. Love is the creator, and that holds a massive energy. Hi Martin, that is the one energy. So when I was watching, I'm going to repeat this tomorrow, Wonder Woman, which some men out there might go, oh, it's just another bloody film with a hero woman in trying to be like a feminazi. No, it isn't. It's all about the story of the divine feminine coming back. That's been suppressed. And basically at the end she says, the thing that will save the world is love. Because basically, as corny as that sounds, that's what it is. It is love. Like the Fifth Element film. What was the fifth element they were looking for in the film, The Fifth Element? And it was a woman again. Remember Lulu? No, Lilu? Was it Lilu? With the red hair, and she had dreadlocks in, by the way, everybody, I'm just saying. She opened her mouth at the end, and what was the fifth element? Which you could say earth, air, fire, water, and spirit is the ether, but that is... Does anybody know what it was that saved everybody? And the beings at the beginning said they'd come back when the world was in chaos. Does anybody know? Does anyone remember the film, Fifth Element? What the fifth element was? It was love. Thank you, Effie. Thank you. It was love. Because when you come into love and you know that you want to love everyone and have love for everybody and help everybody and this, that and the other, and it's to others, service to others, you can't live in a world where everyone's hating and it just doesn't work. Was Bruce Willis in? Yeah, Bruce Willis was in The Fifth Element, but that's a film that I might have to go and watch again. Because don't forget, the the fifth element, there were stones and it was in this alien and it was blue, remember? And I've got this thing about blue. It reminds me of Palladian energy. And it was inside this alien. So that's another thing of it's within. How they do films, you have to look at it in a different way. It's within, because it's within us all. It's there. You got your heart energy. So that's how I sort of see it in my little mind of how I explain things. So hi Pavel, Effie, Revel, Annie, Martin, Effie, Major, Face, is that? Hello Dolly, I'm a new follower, saw you with Brian Stavely and was impressed, and I watched your energy orb and aura content and I was blown away. Looking forward to your future content. Thank you, Major. Is it Face Pam? Just let me go through the names and I'll yeah. Mary, Lord Frybread, Joe, Ricardo. Ricardo. Dark Destroyer, I think Sleeping Warrior was in before. Peter Jackson, anyone that's in now or coming in, hello. Yeah, what was that? Sorry, yeah. I watched your Raw Gen. This is why I'm at home and I'll just be filming, not thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to put this on YouTube, because you catch better things when you're not thinking that. And hi Sue, and things will come in, and hi, I'll call you Voy. Things will come in and I just throw it on YouTube so you can see it, because I know there's energies about. People will say it's dust, but that's okay for them. That's if that's what they think it is. That's what they think it is. They don't have to know. They don't have to research. They don't have to go in. It's not for them. And then when I do that thing where I don't know when that light just comes around my hand, but you can actually see your etheric body. I can see mine around mine whitey. Sometimes it's like a white blue. That yesterday, because people say, oh, is it on camera? Because it picks up in certain lights. That's why technology is good, because we can actually see it. So that is how I sort of would see an aura, or how I see, like, what I think your ethereal body is. We're light beings. We're energy. So that's how I see it. Hello, Mary. So, hi, Mr. I call you Mr. V, and Joe. So, so that's why I thought I'd come tomorrow and sort of try and explain how I see it. Just me and my experiences, that's all it is, sharing it. Sharing is caring. Because I know I've got quite a few new subscribers. And what I will say to them new subscribers or anyone else, please check that you've not unsubscribed, because YouTube, it went up the other day and they've gone back down again, but we know YouTube do that, and sometimes you'll realise that you subbed and you'll look back and they've unsubscribed. I had to subscribe to someone the other day and I was like, I didn't unsubscribe, but they do unsubscribe you. So it's funny how it went up and all of a sudden it dropped again. So that just makes me laugh. Hey, I'm a new follower, heard you on Brian's stream, enjoyed it, watched some of your videos yesterday, got me hooked. Thank you. Is it Cora? Yeah, to all the new ones that have come over from Brian's, thank you very much. Some of you might find me a bit weird, some of you might like me, some of you might not. I do talk about absolutely everything, so you may get triggered by some of my chats, because some of my chats some people are not into, but I am I'm a nice person and I just try to put everything out. I do talk about QAnon for anyone who's in QAnon, but not like in depth. I do talk about your channel got terminated. I do talk about QAnon. I do talk about, I am a Trump supporter. So if there's anyone who's not, it's okay. It doesn't mean we can't be friends, because it's not just what I talk about. But there are a lot of things going on behind the scenes, multidimensional with all that. I don't, I'm not into mainstream media lies. So I talk about Q, a lot about Nikola Tesla, Trump, energies, orbs, lifting up your vibrations, because that is very important for 2020, because 2020 vision this year, you are going to start seeing the shit hitting the fan with the mainstream media news, and everyone's going to be a bit in chaos. And this is why I say you need to buckle down, ground yourself, and realise that mainstream media are trying to put you in fear. But it is all about this journey. It is a journey we're on, and it's all about working on ourselves. I'm not perfect, never said I was. I'm still going through things of not trying to get triggered with people like the other day, even though it's good because it shows you examples of how you get triggered. And I might be bringing another comment up at some point when I do a chat on patterns of people, because someone put up another comment and I thought actually it'd be good to use as an example, just as a comment, not the person, the comment, and things need to be shared sometimes. So Down to earth is our Dolly. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, I'm just down to earth, say it like it is. If I get triggered, I get triggered. But anyone who says they don't is lying, because we all do at some point, even if you do think you're some, like I said, guru meditating on Mount Meru with a loincloth on. You know, we all get a little bit triggered, and especially with what's going on now, because it's not just the energy of the energies that are going that are out in 3D triggering everyone. It's also the energies that are going up from celestial beings, meaning planets and things that come down. If you're into all that, some are, some aren't. And the Schumann resonance, and if you don't know what that is, that's the like Earth's energy, heartbeat sort of resonance, is moving as well, because as all this turmoil is coming in and change, which is needed, Gaia is changing as well. So if you're wondering why it's hard sometimes, we're getting blasted with energy from every side. We're getting stuff that's trying to trigger us in people, as above, as below with the earth, energy everywhere, blasting everywhere. So it is pretty difficult. So people will get triggered, and I'm all right with that. I'm just real. You know, we may be of somewhere else, but we're earthly as well. Like I said, multidimensional beings having a human experience. So when we are having our human experience, we do get triggered. And it's not a bad thing to vent sometimes. It's just about being aware and then moving from it. As long as something or somebody doesn't keep you in a negative vibing energy like all day or all week or a month or a year, then it's all good. You're allowed to vent, you're allowed to cry, you are allowed to get angry, but just move from it and see what was making you angry and watch the patterns. So I will be doing that as well. The sun energy, yeah, the sun energy is feeling great, and I noticed a really weird sun just like on Fifth World, where I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. It looked like two suns, which made me laugh, because like, is it the conjunction? It's a bit on the Dark Crystal film, because there is a conjunction. And like this rainbow effect thing going on with blue electrical light again. So I was like, oh, but those that are aware and like to look up and watch the skies and watch energy everywhere while other people have got their head stuck in the phone are starting to see a lot of things move and different clouds and all sorts. So yeah, to me, I'm just in wonderment every day. Q, yes, I will personally pay for you to fly to Philadelphia and join me at some point East Coast Q meeting and practice our coding. Oh, I did a lot of Q on when it first came out. I've calmed down now because I'm watching a bigger picture. It's like I'm sitting back having the popcorn and watching the show roll out, because we know it's all theatre. But yes, thank you very much, Major Facepalm. So yeah, so that's what I'll be coming on doing tomorrow. Sun, I'm in Scotland at the moment, and it's only rain. Yeah, it was just the sun that I noticed coming through the cloud yesterday. Please hit my like button, Carlos Martin. Thank you. What we all saying anyway? Things start with the royal family. Yeah, thanks for just putting that in about the royal family, because you see, everything's happening. Q said big things are coming just at Christmas. Big things have come. We've got the Iran thing, which is fear-mongering and, you know, all that sort of stuff. And they're taking down the minions. They've took down the minions of the general's minions as well, not just him, but mainstream media aren't going to tell you that. The death of his death was in the Q drops the other year. The royals have been in the Q drops since 2 years ago. So we knew about the royals. Me and Roxanne have been waiting for this with the royals, and there's all that stuff going on, like Harry and his wife are maybe moving to America and they're not doing this, and the Queen's passing it on past to William, and it's like we might not see it the way we want it, like hung, drawn and quartered, whatever you want to say. It's just going to do it in the way it's doing it, as long as that's coming down. Even if someone is in the monarchy, they're not in control. They're not even, the Queen isn't even the real Queen, if you know what I'm saying. So they'll do it the way it's needed, because don't forget, there's a lot of masses out there who this is going to hurt. There's a lot of people out there who love the royal family. I've never been into them personally, and I'm so glad I haven't. Must have had an inner knowing. But basically, a lot of us knew, I mean, a lot of people knew about the royal family, but we knew this was going to happen. And a bit like it was mentioned about, the code name for that would have been London Bridge or something. And I know we had the attack on London Bridge in the UK, but it was a marker, and now all this stuff's coming out. And then we've had stuff about Iran, and his date was put in there, and that's come out, and all these markers. And now we've got the Hollywood marker, where our Ricky Gervais stood out. He's been saying it for years, but there's still people who are asleep think he was joking. He wasn't joking. That's why I said he won't be doing it again. He'd probably have to go into hiding jokingly, but he didn't mean it. That to me is a marker for Hollywood, because we all know they were going down. You know, so that's why I say be careful who you follow and you worship, because a lot of people worship the stars, and you're going to realise a lot of people that you were into, like Tom Hanks and that, are not the people you thought they were. And this is why I say you've got to start working on yourself so you don't get totally put yourself in a mega form of depression when you find out quite a few things that are going to be rippling out over the next couple of years. It's not going to, I know it's 2020 this year, 2020 vision this year, 2020 vision of the lies, but it's not like it's all going to be done this year. It's all coming out properly to the masses. So this is why you need to be grounded. You need to be working on yourself health-wise, mentally and physically, because it will help you through it. Otherwise, you're going to find it harder. And this is why I say you can get upset, but don't stay stuck in it. Don't think, if you're thinking of anything like certain things you might find out, oh, it's horrible, this, that. Yes, it is, but think that was then. This is why we make a change now. So, yeah, Ricky Gervais, it was brilliant. You know what the best bit he said to me? The best bit he said, I loved what he said. I mean, all of it. But the best bit was when he said, no one's bothered about your awards apart from you, because all it is an award show to pat themselves on their back, these elite, these people who've got loads of money, and not bothered about us, and patting themselves on the back for deluding us. And then he says at the end, get your little award, thank your little gods, or God or whatever, thank your little God, get your award, and fuck off. And I was like, oh, and then you've got people going, oh, Ricky Gervais was really funny, cutting a bit to the bone, yeah, a bit to the bone, but the thing is, it was real what he was saying. So that's all I'm saying. I was laughing. I was like, go Ricky, go Ricky. But you see, the people who don't know what's going on and just watched all that, they'll just think it was a joke. And mainstream media have already tried to cut bits out of certain celebrities. All you have to do is look at the celebrities' faces to know it's true, because they don't look happy, and there's a lot of fake laughing going on in the background. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. The only people I'm into are people like you lot in chat, people who are trying to put truth out, people who care and love for others, and true patriots worldwide to their own countries. It's about sovereignty, but we all work together. We can all still be a part of other countries and, you know, do deals and buy from other countries, and people can come in, but you've just got to be in the right, intentions of why you're coming into another country. So nobody wants to take over, and that's why Trump is going around the world making deals. But in mainstream media, they're trying to set World War III off. No, he was actually stopping it, because they were about to do something big, And then people research into Obama, and you realise how much money he was sending over on pallets for ISIS, and so on and so on, But, it doesn't get me in a bad vibe, because I've got over this. I'm just watching the shit show roll out. Mind you, it's not a shit show on our side. So, yeah, it's all good, Keep an eye out for the royal family. Keep an eye out for what's happening. If some people don't think people know in Iran, they do know. They've been writing on walls, thank you, President Trump. So that's all I'm saying. And I'm watching Messiah on Netflix at the minute. So I'm going to see if they are reporting truth, because Q was mentioned in it, a guy called Q. If they're reporting what I can see as the truth, then Netflix has switched, because I've been saying for a bit it felt like Netflix has switched, because we know what Netflix are a part of. They were part of Deep State, but the things I've been seeing lately, I'm like, I'm sure Netflix has switched, because they've been pumping some good stuff out, if you can see what they're saying. Iran connections with the royal family. Yeah, the royal family's got connections to everyone, because the UK is one of the worst places, as in, I don't mean the people, I mean the elites. And you know what the UK's like. America only got set free last year. Your true Independence Day was last year, because a lot of Americans, I'm sorry to say, thought you were living in a free country. You've actually still been over rule of our Queen, and Australia and everywhere. You just didn't know about it. So when you had that, your proper Independence Day, it was actually the real one. And then Trump was like, first America and then the world. We're being set free from our regime. Every place is being set free so the people can take it back. So that's why Iran is being set free from warmongering terrorists that have killed. That general had killed thousands of people. But what do MSM do in America? They're pumping out the celebrities going, oh, we're really sorry. Sod off, you stupid celebrities. That's why Ricky Gervais said you celebrities shouldn't be using yourself for politics and swaying people, because celebrities have big followings and it sways people, because people follow the celebrities and, oh, well, what they said must be true, so I must follow them because I haven't got a brain for myself. Do you know what I mean? So, Yeah, exactly. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Royals have to cover all bases. Self-preservation comes first for them. It does, but not anymore. Because if anyone's on cue, you remember when Trump stood in front of the Queen 3 years ago and the mainstream media said, he's really rude. He stood in front of the Queen. We were all like, checkmate, Luminati. It's a checkerboard game. That's why the Queen has a checkerboard floor. And most elites do. The black and white. It's the white hats versus the black hats and all that stuff. But it's very multi-layered as well. So, yeah, only a fool would listen to Meryl Streep. Well, all I can say is watch her face at the awards and watch her husband or whoever it was sat next to her. He was not even laughing or smiling or anything. So this is what I mean. That's why I say there's more truth in fantasy films on Netflix than there is anywhere else. Because if you've got the eyes to see and how to work it out and how they put it out there, you can see everything. So, like I said, The Messiah. I'm just going to say this now, spoiler alert, but if you go and watch The Messiah on, and it was my sister who told me about that on Netflix, they have mentioned someone called Q, but what was very interesting at the beginning is, I'm not going to tell you what happened. Something happened in the Middle East. I think it was in Iran or wherever they are, because it's funny that, isn't it? And something happened, but the mainstream media twisted it so it wouldn't get out to the masses of this miracle thing, you know. So it's like, because that isn't how they work, is it? No. Well, it is. They cover everything up, you know, to make it look like something else. So, thank you, Joe. Singer Pink has donated millions to the Australians' firewater mart. I know. Don't get me wrong, it's not all the celebrities, and I believe this year you're going to see a lot more celebrities speaking out about what's been going on, because don't forget, some of them are blackmailed, some of them got into things that they didn't even know, and some of them knew what they were doing and they're not bothered because they're greedy to me, and just care about money. And like I said, it's not money that's evil. If you have money, it's what you do with it. It's the greed. So people need to drop that. I said that over the day, and I might bring that up again tomorrow, because money's an energy. Everyone goes, oh, they've got money, why are they asking for money? It's not. It's the greed of money. You can have money, but it's what you do with it. J.K. Rowling gets on my nerves. So, like I said, I was just tidying up. I'm going to go and do my tea. I will be doing a dreadlock chat because it'll be my first week with dreads, because obviously I talk about everything, and because this is a new hair journey, I will be sharing that for people. Probably waffling on anyway. So tomorrow, in Iran, crowds out supposedly morning. Yeah, if you get on the right channels, you'll see people celebrating in the houses, celebrating in the streets. The morning's all bull crap. I even saw one where the men, like, I don't know, people who were with him, were really trying to push the tears out. It was absolutely ridiculous. And I'll tell you whose channel it was on. I think it was on Solvent Greenies, if you know that Solvent Greenies. But I will be coming on tomorrow at about 8:30 with an energy chat of orbs for the new people that want to know what my thoughts and all that is. Hello, Michael. And what I've been watching and what I've been hearing out in the real world on my course and stuff, which was quite funny today. A little bit of both, but mainly it's about the energies and, you know, how, let's say, new age places have also been putting stuff out there that they've been trying to trick people, because they do it everywhere. It's in everything that was good that's got in there. So you do have to be careful. That's why I say don't get too triggered over, oh, this is right in a scripture and this is right in there, because they got in everywhere. Basically, if you're coming from heart and good intentions, you've got a moral compass and you know right from wrong, basically. So it's, you know, if you're coming from love and true intentions, then you're coming from God, basically. You're coming from Creator. That is, you know, like I said, I'm not religious, but I believe in source, creator, whatever you want to call it, God. But if you are coming from that, you are coming from God, because that is God and that works for everyone. So if you're working out of your heart and your pure heart and pure intentions, it's working through you. So, you know. Hi, is it Rhonda? Sorry, I have a bit of like dyslexia when I'm reading people's names. So everybody in chat, every single one of you, I will see you tomorrow about 8:30ish for this chat. And remember, don't get too triggered with the news. Remember, it's normally twisted. You know, keep calm and keep watching the show roll out. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. And thanks for all the new subs. But remember to check, because everybody who's subbed the other day, it's gone back down again, because YouTube's playing the same old game. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.